Topics, Papa J, C Money Book, the NSFW show, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling. Papa J in the building, better buckle up. For my fans, I'ma drink out the Stanley Cup. Like I said, now bow, better buckle up. And I got my people with me, what the fuck is up? Both back in the building with a new sound. Coming in loud, breaking through the crowd. NSFW, best show round. And I'm a big boy, so I know I make my family proud. Z Money in the building, yeah, I'm going up. First episode, fans showing love. NSFW, nerd stuff, and I'm on a higher level, never coming down. We on a new level, on a new level. We on a new level, on a new level. We on a new level, on a new level. We on a new level, on a new level. The NSFW show, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling. The NSFW show, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling.
Yeah, this is the internet's most family-friendly NSFW.
There you go. You got to talk into the front of it.
Yeah, little growing pains. The heat's frying the brain. This is episode 11 of the NSFW show, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling. It is me, your favorite host, Bulk Lesnar, here at the doghouse. And it's like a real doghouse today. It's a little warm.
A little warm.
And joining me today, we got sitting right there in the middle. We got Big Papa J. How you doing today?
Phenomenal, man. Loving life. Making it happen.
Phenomenal.
Look, I'm not gay, but your arms are looking fucking phenomenal today, bro.
Oh, yeah. And, phenomenal forearms.
That kind of phenomenal.
And that voice is my co-host, Z Money. How you doing, Z?
Hey, what's up? It's me. I'm here. I'm on every show you ever fucking imagine. I tell you what.
Yeah.
You got a podcast? Just call me up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We got some interesting topics here for you guys today. SummerSlam was just over the past weekend.
Right.
First 2-night SummerSlam at WWE's history. We got our number 2 hero / protagonist from video games. And if we could slip it in there, we got our feminists around the world able to tell your money how to be spent.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it and get in with that second hero pro tag. I like to do this at the top of the show. Get it out the way, and it's also easy to find when I need to go remake my lists.
So you do. Yeah, it's so funny. We started saving this for the last.
Yeah.
Because we want to spend the most time with it to do it up front.
Yeah, do it up front. Well, because
we can't remember.
Get that, and because I'm trying to give Biggie the benefit of the doubt to get here a little early, because if he wants to talk wrestling, because we're moving wrestling talk off of the Big Lip Radio, where you could go down in the description, join our Discord, like and subscribe. To an extent,
everything. Because we've always talked about having the pay-per-views on the big show.
Right.
Yeah.
To an extent. So we cover Monday Night Raws on these shows. We cover Thursday Night SmackDowns. But when it's Friday Night SmackDowns, that shows you how old school I am.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the main events, we've always talked about keeping them on the main show. So we're going to cover it here and on the big show. We'll cover Bulk's impression here, and if he wants to throw a tantrum, you ain't got to say much on...
I'm going to throw a tantrum.
That's fine. You can. Just like we did...
I got a couple different angles I want to talk
it's
about
not
with
bad.
SummerSlam.
Just like the Hulk Hogan thing. Just like the Hulk Hogan thing last week, we're covering it twice because...
Won't be a repeat.
I ain't going to force nobody to be here earlier, and that's specifically why we said we're going to have... the pay-per-views
the most
on the
mainstream stuff on our most mainstream show.
Yes.
This is a niche show where if you're like, hey, nerd stuff and frickin' wrestling, I love wrestling, I'm going to tune in. Well, we can talk about AEW stuff. We can talk about the regular Monday night that not everybody's seen. Everybody's seen the pay-per-views. So, so we'll talk about all that. And of course, the big pay-per-views, we can't ignore them here because you came here for wrestling.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think it's changed, though. I think
to your
changed
point.
To where it used to be people weren't watching Monday Night Raw. They were watching Friday Night SmackDown. But now people are watching Monday Night Raw because it's more accessible, and people aren't watching SmackDown anymore.
It's not accessible. They put it behind a paywall. Dumb sons of bitches.
I mean, more accessible. Most cell phone providers will like provide you with a Netflix subscription for less than half the cost. So you are it's a little bit more accessible, but you need full ass cable or satellite in order to watch Friday Night SmackDown, unless you soar the 7 seas of the internet.
Oh, I don't know. I got it on Hulu Live.
Well, I can tell you right
Well,
now.
that's what you're paying for a cable service.
If they continue to verify age versus if they continue to verify age based off your ID, people are going back to Pirate Bay. I can already tell you that. And,
yeah.
and that's another topic we'll get into here in about an hour and a half on the main show. So that'll be a topic of discussion.
But I'm curious who wants to start today. The
You know
number
what?
2.
Here's what I'll do. I'll go first. I will start this motherfucker off. And normally I'm the one controlling a lot of the technical aspects behind this. Don't worry about it yet, sir. I want to quickly recap. Number 5, notes.
Yeah.
Like when I say recap, I ain't remembering shit.
Yeah.
Notes. Number 5, Spyro. Remember? We
Right.
covered Spyro was my number 5. My number 4 was Dante from
Devil May Cry.
I was gonna say Bloody Rain. I don't know. Bloody Roar. Bloody. It is hot in here. Did anybody mention that?
Yeah.
It's hot as fuck in here. And then my number 3 was Solid Snake. Now, my number 2, I'm not gonna hold two spots for 2 people. I'm gonna hold 1 spot for 2 people. Now, this game specifically that I'm going to talk about came out on the PlayStation 1 in the mid-90s, and I'm going to type it in here. It's called Pandemonium on PS1. For those of you who aren't aware, Pandemonium was a 3D side-scroller that resembled Crash Bandicoot in a way on the PlayStation 1.
Kind of, right.
Yeah, you didn't have just one protagonist. You had 2 protagonists in this game. You could select between 2 characters at the very beginning, and the characters' names was Fargus and Nikki. Fargus was a jester that had magical powers, and Nikki was a sorceress that also had magical powers, because that's what those things do, right?
Right.
You have magical powers, and your goal is to get through the level and defeat the mighty dragon. I'm going to read a little description here. It says, in the whimsical and chaotic world of the PlayStation 1 classic Pandemonium, players take control of a dynamic and unlikely duo, the jester Fargus and the sorceress in training Nikki. Together with Fargus' sentient puppet sidekick, Sid, they embark on a quest to undo a magical catastrophe of their own making. So they created this they turned a frog into a fucking warlord, is what they did. And now your goal is to go stop that warlord because your dumbass thought it would be cool to fuck around with magic. We've seen this shows before, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mess around with magic, get hurt. Well, this is exactly what it is. Now, Fargus, like I said, is a crazed and somewhat maniac court jester. Fargus is never seen without his trusty puppet Sid, who often acts as his cynical and wrenching counterpart. Fargus' primarily offensive maneuver is a frantic spinning attack that allows him to damage enemies and traverse short distances. He is driven by a simple desire to cause a bit of mayhem and is often the more comical of the 2 protagonists. Then you got Nikki, a young and ambitious acrobat. Nikki's dreams of becoming a powerful sorceress, it is in her voice, or novice spellcasting. Engaged by Fargus, they accidentally summon a giant monster that consumes their entire village. To compensate for her lack of direct offensive power compared to Fargus, Nikki possesses a critical agile ability. It's called the double jump. This allows her to reach higher platforms and navigate the game's treacherous, vertically oriented levels with greater ease. Now, when you think of this game, another game pops in my head called Nights into Dreams. Nights into Dreams. It's that same. If you've ever played Nights
Saturn.
on the Sega Saturn, you understand that rotating side-scrolling aspect where as the screen rolls, it's almost like you can tell you're going up, like a barber pole shop, like that spinny candy cane thing where it constantly goes up. That's the same momentum, the movement that you're doing in this Pandemonium game. Now, if we look at here, I wonder if I can pull up a video and just show you guys what it looks like. Maybe I can. I'm going to turn down the volume on this bad boy, so you guys won't be able to hear it, but let's see here. You can see, I turned the volume down. You can see that they're playing, right? That's the Nikki, the acrobat, and she's jumping on the flowers. You can definitely make out that it's an upward going level. Who's this goofball?
2D movement on a 3D background.
Yes, and there's the jester going through the levels. There's Nikki again.
God,
Let's see if they make it to the end.
Game.
Look at that. And as you're going through, you get lives, you get keys, there's unlockables. Look at that. The graphics aren't too bad for what it was on the PlayStation 1. There's obviously way better, but you die. It's not just an easy game. I remember I couldn't get past the first and second level for the longest time. I'd accidentally beat the first, make it to the second. I hate this guy already. Who's that guy's? Get the face off my screen. There we go. Look at that. Look at that bonus level, just like Sonic the Hedgehog. If you are watching us live, you're in for a treat because this is more of a YouTube show than it is a podcast show. So
Right.
you need to go to NSFW show on all of our social media, hit that like, subscribe, and you'll tune in to exactly what we're doing. And the save format was a password. They didn't have a save file. Even though the PlayStation had memory cards to save, this is one of the few games that did not let you actually save. You had to remember a password to get to certain areas and do certain things. So this must be a bonus character. You saw, oh yeah, that's right. You can go through the gates and it'll turn you into different animals so you can get through the levels in a different manner. It's really cool, man. It was back at the time intuitive. Now the next question I'm going to ask, because I don't know it off the top of my head, is when did this game come out?
I'm going to say 97.
Let's see. Let me type in the full thing. When did Pandemonium come out? On PS1. Let's see. Is it not good? Oh, I need to go to all. Look at that. Platforms. It doesn't say. 2009. 1996. No.
Could be 96.
I mean, the wiki's right there.
The wiki. October 19th. These guys are stupid. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing.
It was an early PS1 release.
It was when I got the PlayStation 1. Didn't I get mine from you, Papa J?
I don't remember.
My mother hit you up.
I feel like
I got pictures of it posted all over our social medias and our Discord where I'm holding the PlayStation 1 box. Oh my God! I think it was like 1997. I could have swore. And there's a bunch of games that you had provided to it.
Right.
It was Bubsy. That was one. Bubsy 3D is one of the games that you provided to it. Namco Museum.
Yep.
And then Pandemonium. And I got hooked on it. I played that religiously. So those are the heroes. What's up?
I've never even heard
Go
of
check it out. It's not
Really?
one I'd
It's
suggest
fun.
you. Don't slit your wrists over if you
PlayStation.
can't play it, but go find it. Go play it.
Well, let me fix that. I didn't have a PlayStation. My dad had one, but he only had like 3 games on the PlayStation and refused to buy anymore.
Really?
He had
1996.
he had Tekken 2, a different fighting game that I can't ever remember the name of, and then
Virtual Fighter?
No, it was Virtual Fighter.
Clay Fighters?
No, it like everybody used weapons, but it wasn't Soul Calibur.
That's what I was just going to say. You heard me go,
Yeah,
Soul Calibur.
and a game that was like Ace Combat. It was just another fighting.
Why did he
game.
refuse to buy any more?
Because he was already buying us games on the Nintendo 64, and he's like, I don't want to spend any more money. Because he's not
Those
playing
games
it.
were friggin' expensive. They were $60 and $70 back in the day when $60 and $70 meant something.
Yeah.
Back when $16.70 was a lot of money.
Well,
Right.
speaking of back in the day, Papa J,
Yeah.
who's your number 2?
Well, my number 2 is going to go back to the day. Now, my first 3, of course, were Duke Nukem, Lara Croft, and Doom Guy. Number 2. With all the excitement of Atari's name code deal, and they're coming out with all the name code games, the Pac-Man.
Did you say
Galaxy-
Namco or Namco?
Namco, who
Okay.
cares?
It's like Reese's and Recess.
Right.
Is that the same thing?
Reese's Right. And so anyway, I'm back into Ms. Pac-Man like a motherfucker.
You look at her, you're like, what that mouth do?
Pac-Man Fever.
I love Ms. Pac-Man. Is probably my 3rd favorite arcade game of all time.
Ms. Pac-Man, huh?
And
I never really took you for those type. I thought you swung to the right. Now
look,
left.
look at those! Look at those lips.
Oh, the inspiration for Big Lip Radio is right here in front of you.
Now, Pac-Man is cool, don't get me wrong, but it's one maze, and the ghosts all behave the same. So once you got the pattern for a specific maze, it's going to work every time unless you blow a corner. Oh, shit, missed it. You know, then you
Yeah.
got to... Then you gotta just play it by ear. Ms. Pac-Man had a random chip, so the ghost didn't behave the same every time. So if you tried to run the maze the same, you're gonna get got. And she had 4 mazes. Right.
It was like a Pac-Man 2.
Right,
But
so-
instead they just called it Ms. Pac-Man.
Right. It was so good. It actually started life as a ROM hack.
Huh.
Oh, they had ROM hacks even back in the day.
Damn.
Arcade
I
operators.
feel like it would take more time to create that than
Right.
it would now.
Right. Arcade operators would do a ROM hack of their own games, and
Add levels,
Right.
and take things away or add features. That's cool.
yep, and Ms. Pac-Man was a ROM hack from an arcade owner, and Namco, when they saw it, instead of suing them with cease and desist, which was the mode of the time, they said, "Hey, how about we buy this from you?" And they bought it, and hence we have Ms. Pac-Man, and the little girl, little 6-year-old Tovey Lynn, is all about the Atari 2600 version of Ms. Pac-Man,
Really?
which is probably the greatest game on the 2600. And she's been playing the hell out of it. I even took a video of it and put it up on X and TikTok of her playing Ms. Pac-Man.
Now be
on the
careful.
2600.
Be careful
Yeah.
posting children on our content. Think about it.
Right.
Think about it. Think of the shit we say and do. Think of the shit that's happening. And think of how people would react if they see children amongst our channel.
Well, they can get over it. So anyway,
TikTok probably canceled us for that reason. Now I think about it, they probably did.
Nah, they just took down the video. Video's still up.
Okay. I believe you.
So it wasn't from me, but it's mainly showing the gameplay. It's just the next generation playing the first generation games.
I'm only
is the
giving you
theme.
shit, that's all.
And so yeah, so
1982, 2600, that sound familiar?
Yep, that's the one. That's the one. Little baby girl's playing. I got it set to just one ghost. So that way, because that Atari joystick, I don't know if you're familiar with how stiff the Atari joystick is.
You have to pull it back to center. It doesn't go back to center.
No,
does
that's a
it?
5200.
Okay.
This 2600 stick is extremely stiff and very much against what we have nowadays with the analog and the smooth movement and everything. In fact,
What do they call the joysticks now that have no drift? Remember
T-Lock,
what? No, the stick drift. You don't know
I
what.
know what stick drift is.
But what are the Hall effect sensors? They're Hall effect joysticks. They're Hall effect joysticks nowadays. So if you don't have a Hall effect joystick, you're out of control. Holy shit! Put this on the main screen, sir. Thank you so much. I'm gonna zoom in. Papa J just went ahead and thought it was a good idea to set this motherfucker in my hand. If you can't see it, you're about to in a second. Look at the. Is this an original?
yeah. Well, no, it's
USB-C.
2600 plus. It's the CX40 plus.
Oh my God.
It is Bluetooth, so that way there's no wires. Back in the day, everything had a wire on it.
So they thought they would be so retroactive that they would still give the stiffness of the original.
It is indistinguishable from a 1978 joystick.
This thing is the toughest thing I feel like
Right.
you have to move. I
Right.
feel like I could rank on that harder in my own pecker and it would stay in contact.
Right.
Whereas my pecker would fall off. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
There's no movement.
There's no movement.
Look, left, right. That's all you got.
That's all.
Left,
that's
right,
it.
front, back. There's no range of movement here, and I feel like I'm going to destroy it if I keep doing that. That is the stiffest stick I've ever
That's the
jiggled in my
arcade
entire life.
controller I cut my teeth on back in the day.
What the hell? What?
It's square box too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's wireless. You said, right?
It's wireless.
This one, the original
Yeah.
one, is obviously corded,
Right.
I feel like I gotta do this.
but that
They,
one.
they did make a wireless one. The base was about twice as thick as that one, and you had to plug in a big box that had like an old school friggin' radio antenna on
Yeah.
it, and it used radio waves, and the lag was horrendous.
Now, when it comes to that controller, what do you think the thought in their mind was when they made that? The one you have in your hand right now, was it like authenticity, or was it like, let's make this one better, and that just didn't happen?
They were cutting teeth. There were no home controllers back then.
What about now? Why did they revert to the old school like stiffness of it? Because we're talking about how this feels just like the original. Why don't they put a Hall effect in there?
Because what they did,
Why don't they put something that gives you a little more range of motion? Are they trying to keep it to the T? Are they trying to replicate, or are they trying to improve? I feel like this was an opportunity to improve an old console, and they said, fuck it, we're just going to keep it all the same and put Bluetooth function in it.
what they did for the
This looks like a...
Atari Game Station is
This is a whole console in one.
no.
Okay,
No,
this feels like...
the console's over there.
This fucking thing, it's heavy, And when I go like this, it moves.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Well, you know those at Games products?
Yeah.
Well, that's an at Games product.
My Arcade. You got me the Evercade version, the handheld Evercade
Right,
boy
that's Evercade.
of that.
So they did this one to make it a little smoother. It's got a little more swing. It's a little smoother. There's clickiness to it. And all the old school guys lost their fucking minds.
Really?
This isn't the way it was. This isn't the way it was.
So all 30 of you who are fucking of age that can remember that bitch
Right.
about it, and now Atari's like, you're right,
So
or,
they said, you
or
know
another
what?
company.
It's got the octagon in here.
Yeah.
You can feel it bounce off the stop sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is what the fight sticks, the
kinda.
competitive fight sticks have in them.
It feels like it. That I feel like that one's way better. The one that you brought over, that's a good stick. Now that one works with the console too, or does it have to play on a
It only
different
works
console?
with the Game Station Pro.
So you can't
And
interchange
so
them.
you can play paddle games. It's got a little paddle right here.
The little ball mover.
And on top of that, the system itself has over 100 Atari games and like 160 like random, some real, some hacks of like NES games and Sega 1000 games and shit like
It
that.
sounds like a party. What's that little red switch on it? I just saw that now on the joystick.
Oh, this right here?
A trigger?
No, it's your syncing.
The other one.
No, where you're.
This-
There, yeah.
Oh, some of the games, like the 7800, have 2 buttons.
Huh.
So you got 2 different buttons, and some of them have 3 buttons because it does do arcade games as well.
Yeah.
So
Which one do you prefer? The old school style or that one you have in your hand, the new school?
I cut my teeth on this.
Oh, of course,
There's
there's
nothing
nostalgic
in the world
value.
I can control better than this, except for my woman when she gets out of hand. Yeah.
Jeez, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
That's Big Lip Radio. This is NSFW.
That's true, huh?
That's funny.
All right, so Miss Pac-Man is number 3.
Number two, yep.
Number 2. And man,
Bulk, do you remember your 5 through 3s?
yes, I do.
The whole time that you were talking, by the way, he was researching them.
No,
He was trying to remember them.
my number 5 was Conker's the Squirrel from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yep.
My number 4, Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Yep, with the Keyblade.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Number 3, Ike from Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn.
Dong.
Yeah, Radiant Dong.
Radiant Dong.
And my number 2 is gonna be probably my mainstream cop out. It is Commander Shepard from Mass Effect.
What?
Mass Effect. It is a choose your choice, so you do kind of get to tailor the character's attitude. You
Right.
make him a Paragon or a Renegade.
Well,
But
there's a lot of controversy surrounding this character specifically. Now, remember when Mass Effect 2 came out?
yeah,
There was a gay scene. Remember
Yeah.
that where the people were kissing? Was that Commander Shepard and somebody else? You had to go through a storyline and pick the specific spots to be in love with this person?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like
It's all
Commander.
coming clear.
I first heard of a controversial scene in a video game, very specifically when I heard Paulie, the domesticated Jew that used to be on Big Up Radio years ago, the one that talked about wringing out the condom and reusing it. That guy.
Right.
That guy. We all know him by that name.
well, it's cheaper than using 2.
Right? He specifically told me, "Hey, you gotta play this game," and I said, "Why?" He's like, "Well, there's a scene in there where these 2 guys kiss," and I was like, "Well, why would I want to play the game?" He's like, "So you can see the video game characters kiss. It's very controversial." And sure as shit, not even a week later, articles came out. People were flooding all the airwaves.
Yeah.
How are you allowing this stuff in video? It was a big deal. It was a big deal, and then instantly became accepted because people were like, "Oh shoot, I can get canceled and booted off and stop playing from online aspects of this game." This character has been in a lot of different controversial moments, and that's just one of them.
Yeah, but I played as male Shepard.
So
because
there's female shepherd and there's male shepherd.
Yeah, I played as male Shepard because, if I'm gonna play a game in space where I could hook up with alien chicks or a human, I'm gonna hook up with an alien chick. Talizora Vasnima was my
Total Recall, bro. You got 3 titties? Let me in them.
Yeah, was my was my choice for.
Let me in the titty. How does Arnold sound? I'll be back. Let me get in the titties.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the titties.
I'm working out and I'm coming. I'm working out and I'm coming.
Do not come.
Yeah,
You don't got to push. You look at
I'm gonna come.
you. You got it already.
But Mass Effect is one of my all-time favorite series. When
I
they
agree.
when they re-released
Top
the
10.
Legendary
I agree.
edition. I don't take time off for work for video games. For me, I'm like I'll get around to playing it when I'll get around to playing it.
You dress for
What?
boners?
Oh, what?
You dress for boners?
Yes.
Papa J knows where that pulls
Bang.
from.
Well, bang. Okay.
Go listen to some snack time. You'll understand what we're talking about.
But I actually took time. I took 3 days off of work to play Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I worked it through with my kid's mom. That I'm like, hey, I'm taking a staycation. Can I have like 4 days without the kids? And I sat at my computer for 3 days.
You played on your
essentially.
computer?
Yeah,
I played all of them on Xbox.
I played the original on the Xbox, and I wanted the pretty graphics.
We all remember that guy, badass. N7.
Yeah, N7 being their the human alliance military's highest honor, Spectres, which Commander Shepard was the first human of,
Yeah.
being the galaxy's highest ranked soldiers.
Sounds fucking nerdy to me.
Yeah, your first one, you're fighting against this guy named Saren.
He's hot though.
Yeah. Commander Shepard.
Yeah, look at him.
You gotta look at
Look at his
Shepard.
eyes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Let me open image and new tab.
Look at that fucking vein going through your bicep.
Look at those eyes, bro.
Yeah, and first one you're fighting Saren, and then you end up fighting for Mass Effect 2 and 3. Oh no, there's this, threat outside the galaxy called the Reapers, and they're here to destroy all of sentient life because it's time to restart the galaxy.
Yeah.
It's just fucking great. I think Mass Effect 1, my romance interest was Liara, because
Papa J, whatever you did, you got it up
Yeah.
to 90 degrees in here. So stop fucking with it. It was like 84, and then you fucking moved it all around.
But now it's not blowing cold. So
Well, it was all fine until you started pushing on it.
if it was all fine, I wouldn't have started pushing on it. It was up to 90.
That's what he tells all of his little children.
So,
If it was all fine, I would have pushed on it.
my first run through, Liara was the love interest because it's either Liara or
Yeah.
the racist Ashley.
Oh.
She hates all alien races, and Papa J would like her. And then Mass Effect 2 and 3, I went through with Tali Zora being the primary.
Okay.
And then my second playthrough, I went with Jax. I went to the psycho bald chick, because I could.
Yeah.
But just the choices, the exploration, just open world of the game, and just being able to make those choices. I want to be a good guy or a bad guy. Do I want to punch the reporter?
That's the
or
chick you're
not
talking
punch
about,
her?
right?
Yeah, that's Liara Tassoni.
Yeah, you had a stiffy for that one?
And back in the day, yeah,
Well, I mean, it doesn't tickle her fancy now?
I mean, not so much now.
She's kind of cute. Look at that face. So innocent.
Yeah, I mean, and then you look at some of the other female characters that are in the game, like Miranda. And,
No, they don't matter.
Yeah. Alien.
Look, even Shepard's looking at her like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to rock your world.
Well,
Look,
bang,
look,
okay?
dual shockers.
Yeah.
It's right there on his chest. Dual shockers.
Do you remember the Machinima little thing called it was called Gamer Poop or something like that?
What?
Where they would take sound bites from the games and remake videos with them.
N-
Like Mass Effect was one of the big ones, and they every time Shepard would talk to somebody, like in this YouTube video, they'd be telling him something serious, and he's like, "It'll be okay." Well, bang, okay.
We'll bang. We'll be fine.
Like, that's his response to everyone. Is we're gonna bang.
We'll bang.
Yeah, and the Gamer Poop also brought you
We'll
the
bang.
Skyrim Shuffle.
The Skyrim Shuffle?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's just a stupid Skyrim song somebody made.
I feel like we're getting into old school Reddit shit right now.
Yeah, YouTube.
Not even Discord. Not even
Yeah.
any of that shit. Just old school Reddit.
Old school, right? You know what's old school as well, though?
What's that?
4chan.
4chan.
Yeah, 4chan.
I haven't
Hey.
heard of 4chan in quite some time.
You-
That's where everybody used to go get their sick and crude humor.
Yeah, everybody would go to 4chan to get their sick and crude humor. That's their logo right there.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm going to tell you, 4chan is trying to be the saviors of the internet right now.
Why?
The saviors of R-rated content. Because a feminist group out of Australia sent multiple letters to Visa and MasterCard making complaints that people are buying adult content that they don't like off of Steam, off of online marketplaces, and Visa, MasterCard now has, for a second, they're walking it back now. Was forcing these online marketplaces to say you have to take these games off your marketplaces, or we won't allow you guys to use our money anymore. You can no longer use Visa or MasterCard to make a Steam purchase.
Interesting.
Because some angry feminists were just like, I don't like that people can buy porn games about women. And
Well, those are the best porn games to buy.
yeah, and the lonely neckbeards that live in their mother's basements, they all cried out at once and told Visa, MasterCard, well, we spend more money than they do, so either you walk it back or we'll jump to American Express and Discover with all of our money.
Right.
And
Is American Express an American company?
American Express, yeah.
Are you
Amex.
sure?
Well, I don't know if they're American, but they care about
Because one would
money.
assume Visa and MasterCard are probably American companies, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if all this is true. What I have heard is the same thing Bulk is saying, where a lot of YouTubers were getting pissed off because they heard a rumor. This is the key word, rumor.
Right.
That Visa and MasterCard are going to stop blocking purchases. But let me go around the table here and ask you guys a very specific question. Bulk, have any of your purchases ever been blocked?
By Visa or MasterCard?
Let me ask you a question, a follow-up question. Do you have a Visa or MasterCard?
I got Visa.
Now, when you've went to purchase anything from your Visa, has it ever been blocked? Ever?
If I make like a large purchase, in the middle of the
fraud.
night, yeah.
Besides fraud detection,
But no.
besides the things you pay them to fucking monitor, has it ever been blocked?
No.
Papa J, myself neither. So what makes any of us think that this is just some hoax for people to ruin a company? Now, we used to be able to just cancel a company, right?
Yeah.
You used to be able to have enough people on your side to cancel a company. What if these other people have their own little fucking agenda and they're just trying to see how much pull they have and getting everybody together to say, fuck Visa and MasterCard, they're blocking purchases because there's nothing on the internet that specifically says that they're having to do this.
Well, to be fair, I've also never tried to buy a porn game or buy porn movies or anything with Visa or MasterCard. It's not something I do.
Well, first off, motherfucker,
Use
why is
Discover.
anybody buying porn? There's so many free outlets. Why the fuck
Right.
is anybody buying porn? There's free games on Steam. You don't have to use a Visa or MasterCard. I feel the cold air, by the way. Visa or you're being paranoid big time right now. I feel it.
That's not cold.
It's down to 91 in here.
Yeah, that's not cold. I think it just could work.
Well, I think it was fine. I don't know. I didn't feel any hot air. That's the problem.
I noticed that was at 90, so I put my hand in front of this and it's warm.
So
That's when I started monkeying with it.
So the thing is who's really buying fucking these porn games? I feel like it's the smallest segment of our population, and if it was being canceled, good. If you're dumb enough to fucking buy porn, you're dumb enough to get your shit canceled. There's so many free outlets. What are you buying porn for? Fuck OnlyFans. Stop giving these people money. Go to Steam free. Hit the free button. There's free porn games on Steam. There's free porn videos on the internet. You don't need anything else.
Oh, you know what? You
I'm
gotta
gonna
call it
counter
corn, or YouTube will block us.
Yeah, I'm gonna counter you with something. You know, people buying this stuff online and whatnot, because you seem to forget that you have a box of stuff that you got from a certain neighbor. Like,
Guess how much I paid for it?
I've
Free 99, motherfuckers. Why are you paying for anything like that?
How much you paid for it? That's probably not how much he paid for it.
He got it at a
Yeah.
yard sale, and I guarantee he didn't use a credit card to buy it.
And you know, and to your
Those are
credit,
old.
you're still you know, you're giving the gift that keeps giving. You know, a holiday comes around and you go ahead and repurpose one of those magazines as somebody's gift.
Yeah, isn't that the greatest thing ever to get one of them Playboys?
Right.
Isn't it? I'm going to say it out loud. I don't care. I don't care if we get canceled on the show. No, I'm just kidding.
But you know, I think the most popular adult game out right now is Honey Pop.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a Bejeweled game.
Yeah.
But it's also a
And it just shows you lewd images when you get certain things correct.
No, there's full on adult interactions.
And is it free?
No, it's like $15.
I-
It was free because
Listen.
GOG,
Yeah.
in response to this whole stuff, was just like, hey, we're going to go ahead and offer everybody 15 games for free 14 of them being porn games, one game being a violent game. And the two big names on there was Postal 2 was free.
All right.
And Honey Pop. And Honey Pop is like the essential standard of it is like, okay, the dating sim, it works. I have a friend who just like, I play it for the Bejeweled version. I'm like, yeah.
Right.
Well, go get Bejeweled, you fucking creep. All I gotta say is, if you're number one, let me just lay the scene here: 0 children, never been married, never had a girlfriend. Your rules are your rules. There ain't nobody playing influence on them, right? You got all the money in the world. You're this tech whatever, has everything. You're butt ass ugly. You can't get no dates. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why you would resort to paying for any of that. Because there's free versions of OnlyFans. I guarantee there is. I guarantee if you're, because one of the excuses would be, I pay for OnlyFans so I could have the real interaction. Well, motherfucker, they're not really interacting with you. If you send them money, they don't know who you are in person. They're just going to want you to send more money, so they're going to shout your fucking username out on the internet.
And I know from watching the Whatever podcast that most of those OF girls have got a team that does all the chatting back and forth
it ain't
for them.
How are they going to do their thing and then all of a sudden chat? You're watching them not chat to you on a keyboard, but meanwhile they're sending you messages. Put 2 and 2 together, buddy. You're talking to probably some dude on the other side who's like her manager or something, fucking writing you those messages. There's nothing against you wanting to do that kind of stuff, but you got to understand, if you're having to pay for it, that's in a whole nother world. There's so much free of that. Right. So why are we getting upset? Here's the question: why are we getting upset that Visa and MasterCard are blocking those things?
So,
if you can just get it all for free.
So Bulk's gonna out himself here.
Oh
no!
I have subscribed to a couple OF girls for 1 or 2 months apiece because usually they're just like.
Before you go any further, what'd you get out of it? What is the excitement? What made you decide, hey, I'm gonna subscribe to the OF girls? Like, what is that? Because I don't have any of that intention.
I mean, as this was during the height of Bulk's lonely singleness. It is just like, I'm like, she's really hot. Let me see if there's, I would go the route of, a pirate and see if I can find anything for free online.
Yeah.
And then if I wasn't able to, and I'm like, I really gotta see what's going on. Then I would subscribe for 1 or 2 months. Because usually I would see like, they got a deal where it's like, they're doing 60% off for, if you subscribe for 3 months, and it'll come out to the same cost as 2 months. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll subscribe for 3 months because usually once the first month renews, a lot of them will unlock their catalogs, their back catalogs.
Yeah, it's like Chad Dukes. Once you subscribe to Chad Dukes, you got the whole catalog.
Yeah. Well, no, they make you, so you pay your upfront, you pay the entrance fee, and then you have to pay one more time, and then they're just like, okay, cool, you're here. Yeah. So it'll usually run like, but I've never gone for like somebody like Amareth, who's like fucking $40 a month. I'm like, I'm not dropping that.
Okay, so out of those
finding girls that are like
smaller subscriptions,
right.
I'm gonna say, pleasure-wise, what'd you get out of it that you couldn't get for free somewhere else? I feel the cold air, big dog.
Yeah, it just kicked in.
You gotta give it a second. It's hot out there. It's got to take some time.
Just specific people, just the way they. I don't know.
I smell the dust. Buddy, you're not answering my question. When you are sitting here at xnxx.com, and then you're sitting here at OnlyFans, what can you get on OnlyFans that you can't get free off at xnxx.com?
I mean, I like the amateur aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, there's the amateur girl next door, which Playboy made their entire legacy.
There's a whole category of that for free on XNXX. Go ahead.
But when you're going through OnlyFans, when that shit pops up, you're like, oh shit. So yeah, you can go to NXX.
You can sign up for notifications.
But at the same time, that girl is not on it, so you still don't get to see that girl.
Yeah.
But all the hottest actresses that we've ever listed off on the show, Alexis Texas, name some.
Hitomi Tanaka.
Name some. I'm pointing at these guys and asking them to name some.
Sasha Grey.
You've don't act like you dummy. What do you mean? You're the one that introduced me to like 4 Brie Larson. Anything?
No, Brie Larson's an actress.
Sky Brie.
Sky Blue.
Sky Blue. See, like I don't know any of this shit. These are just things I've heard on all these social
Carly
media.
Gray.
They're all free on all these on the tube. They're all free everywhere on the hub.
Mia
wherever you want. Okay, everybody's heard of that one, right? What I'm still trying to figure out why. I'm trying to tell myself, go pay.
Kim Kardashian.
In my head, I'm like, go pay, go pay, go pay, go pay, go pay for this. See what it's about. Go pay for this. See what it's about. But then I'm like, wait, it's free over here.
The closest
Categories.
the closest I've ever come to OnlyFans, and even if I was single and unattached, I don't think I would do OnlyFans at all. But the closest I've ever come to OnlyFans is I'll see a chick and I'll be like, wow, she's pretty hot. So then I go to X
Google
and I
her
type
name.
in
Yeah.
her name with leaks after it to see if there's anything out there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Free again,
Natalie
free.
King.
Again, free.
Natalie
if you just
King,
go to
she's
X,
pretty
you can
hot.
get all that shit for free.
Right.
What the fuck are we talking about here? Why are we paying for any of this?
Yeah.
The only time you should ever pay for this is before the internet. And that's because you had to buy the hard copy.
But there's
subscribe.
right, like and subscribe to this filthy shit right here.
Well,
But-
it's a
but
weird
there
topic
is-
because people are bitching about Visa, MasterCard canceling these pornographic materials. Meanwhile, they're all free. And yet, I have yet to hear from any one
There
of you
would be-
of why you couldn't just go do it for free.
there would be a level of intimacy, real or imagined, involved in OnlyFans that you wouldn't get on just videos that have been on NXXX for fucking 3 years.
But
I mean,
that's just maybe what I don't understand. I'm not
Yeah.
knee deep in it. I don't know if
It's
I'm.
like, ooh, I'm looking at something only
I'm a
a
guy-
few thousand people are looking at,
Yeah,
as opposed to
you-
millions of people.
What I think your big thing is.
It's free.
Well, no.
Go ahead.
Is that you don't have a problem securing your release?
My release is 3 times a day. My wife's not involved in either of those 3 times. Like we've talked about this, it's documented. What are you talking about?
But-
I'm a connoisseur.
Yeah.
I consume for
yeah.
free.
Yeah.
Never once have I had to pay for it in my 26 years of doing this nonsense to myself. Have I ever had to pay for anything? And I'm still trying to find out.
I never have either.
I'm like, why the fuck? Like, we've all done it. It's not a mystery. We've all done
Right.
these things. We've all gone to the bathroom at the work. We've all gone to the bathroom at our house. We've all woken up early in the morning before our wife's awake and gone into the bathroom and done it in there. Like, everywhere.
Right, but
everywhere.
At the same time, going back to the intimacy aspect of it, you and I have an outlet for intimacy. We've got our old ladies, all right? They're exclusive just to us. Nobody's ever touching them again but us. Only our filthy, grubby hands.
Or elbows.
Or elbows. Yeah.
God, stop. Stop.
But anyway, there's a level of intimacy to OF that a lot of people find enticing, and there's also that kind of a kink too for that kind of almost secretive intimacy.
There's a book that my wife made me listen
Yeah,
to.
voyeurism. Thank you very much.
There's a book that my wife made me listen to on tape, and it was all about the addictions. The addictions of one's mind, the psychology behind being addicted to certain things. And the very first story that it starts off with is a gentleman that constantly pleasures himself, and then he started pleasuring himself for money on the internet, and then he started hooking electrodes up to his sack and asshole and started turning that shit on. And he said for hours he would just be in a state of pleasure, however you want to call it.
Gooning, yeah.
And I'm like,
what is that?
And I'm like, what the fuck, man? It takes me 2 minutes, whether it's real or my hand. Pamela Henderson's helping out. No matter what, the time frame's between 2 to 5 minutes. How could anybody just want to sit there for hours and do that? Like alcoholism, right? Sometimes it's hard to understand. Where as I'm drinking beer right now, people are probably saying, well, why do you need beer to feel that way? I feel that way naturally, right? I feel that way just by drinking a soda. Well, and that's probably the part I can't wrap my head around. The psychology behind why you would need to go pay for something when, you know what, beer's not fucking free. That's a stupid analogy. There's no planet on this fucking entire universe where beer is free.
Right.
Please show me. I'll go fucking drink it all day.
Go live there.
I'll fucking live there. There is no place. No, fuck that. Yeah, porn is free. Stop being stupid. Stop being whiny bitches. Get over yourself. Visa and MasterCard, if they're going to block your purchases, please let it happen. Let that level of censorship happen because you're a creep. And check your hard drives because you probably got child pornography on it, you fucking pedophile.
One thing I want to bring up before we do move on to SummerSlam,
Sorry.
because I want to talk about
I was
it,
excited.
is you very often, Z-Money, when we have these debates, similar types of debates about video games, you forget the principle. And you're like, well, there's a way around it, so who cares? Whoa. They're trying to block you. That's why you should care, because once they block
Which is the
this,
censorship.
they're gonna get that.
It's like they're
like
making you buckle your seatbelt. You can't drink and drive no more. Remember that? I
Right.
can't. I remember a video of a guy driving home, and it was from the 60s or
Old-
70s.
yeah,
He's like,
late
man,
70s.
this is where it starts. I can't even have a six pack on the way home from work. I had a hard day of work, and I
deserve it.
And I deserve it, man. It's going to start with the beer, and then they're going to make you buckle up, and then they're going
Yep.
to take away your cigarettes,
I
and
know
then
the
they're.
video you're talking
And that's
about.
exactly the shit that's happening. This is just another thing.
See, and you miss the principle of it.
Is any of that bad though?
because, oh yeah, I mean,
Is any of that taken away a good thing or a bad thing?
the drinking and driving is a good thing.
The
It's
buckle
gone
up?
away with, but buckling up is not a good thing that they mandate.
The cigarettes, smoking everywhere.
It's not a good thing. It should be up to the proprietor of the restaurant of what customers he'd like to please.
It's true.
Because as a customer, you have a choice. Oh, you're going to allow smoking? Why don't we go over here where they don't?
Yeah.
And the market will decide it. Okay.
But even though it's been proven multiple times that buckling up saves lives, even though it's been proven by numerous amount of studies that not drinking beer saves lives, even though it's been proved by numerous studies scientifically, not even just a political standpoint, that smoking kills everybody, you don't think the fact that Americans are fucking retards and we can't make decisions for ourselves because we'll smoke ourselves to death, we'll drink ourselves to death, and we'll drive ourselves into a fucking cliff to death if we don't have our seatbelt on.
Here's the difference,
Yeah.
okay? The government has an obligation to protect you from me. If
Yeah.
I get drunk and went into your car, well, dude, I'm fucking
So that's why those laws are put in place.
literally taking away rights and freedoms from you because I smashed into you with my car.
Yeah.
But they don't have an obligation to protect you from you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to buckle up, that's between you, your family, and God. I'm not hurt other than the fact that I lose my nephew, which, hey, if I live long enough, that's going to happen regardless,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm not hurt. You aren't hurting me because you didn't buckle up.
Yeah.
Okay? So
What if
As the
because you
government-
didn't buckle up, you flew through your windshield and then ended up killing me because you flew right through your windshield into mine? Because you didn't buckle up.
What if, because you did buckle up, when point of impact, the belt snapped, flew out of your car, and choked a pedestrian to death?
Yeah.
Well, if you hadn't been buckled up, that wouldn't have happened. We could play the exceptions all day long, but the rule is you not buckling up doesn't affect me. You drinking while you're running down the road affects me. One I should have control over. The other one's none of my business. Boom.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, moving on. And, moving on to the topic. Hopefully, Papa J still stays heated about. Is the WWE.
will.
And before we get to SummerSlam, I have one thing I have to ask you, Papa J.
Yeah.
2026, big changes coming for the WWE. Slowly, these changes have been taking effect on Peacock. More and more, the category catalog
Catalog.
is leaving. It is making its way to Netflix slowly, but hopefully, surely. But 2026, looking at Royal Rumble, I believe, will be the
That'll
start.
probably be the first pay-per-view.
Will be the start of pay-per-views on ESPN. Now the Disney Corporation.
Is this
came
like the
out.
fourth move they've done in
Yeah.
the last
Yep.
7 years?
It is.
They're gonna die.
Yeah, the Disney Corporation.
Nobody likes
came
ESPN
out
anyway.
and said that the WWE pay-per-views will be moving over to ESPN. And right now, from my understanding, the price model for the ESPN that would allow you to watch these pay-per-views
Right.
is $30 a month or $300 a year
Right.
for a subscription. And they haven't said if people who are subscribed to the Disney package of Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus will have access, or if it will now lose all that access and have to have a separate ESPN subscription.
You have to have a separate ESPN subscription. ESPN Direct to the Consumer is
Yeah.
what it's called. And that's the package you have to have, and that's not included in the current ESPN package.
But Papa, because you probably participated in this. What was the average cost of a big pay-per-view?
Pay-per-views started out at $30. They went up to $40, went up to $50. HD came out. Now you can get it for $60 in HD. Blah 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 blah. And then So now the question is, well, this is cheaper than that.
It's sounding like it's $60. After tax, probably $70 was the last pay-per-view cost before it jumped over
For
to
the
streaming.
HD version, yes.
And it's sounding like it's going to cost 3 to 4 pay-per-views to pay for a single subscription year through ESPN. And if you're going to say 4 pay-per-views, well, what are the 4 big ones? We have the Royal Rumble.
It'll be 10
Yeah.
pay-per-views.
Yeah.
It's 10.
Well,
already scheduled.
I mean, the cost of.
Oh, okay.
Like these are the pay-per-views diehard wrestling fans will for sure pay for.
Right.
It's the Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Survivor
Series.
Series.
Right.
So you would have to, be going back to your old model of paying for those big pay-per-views in order to get those little pay-per-views, the Clash in Paris, Crown Jewel, Night of Champions.
Yeah, Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Fucking Bad Blood. Fucking Extreme Rules.
But
Fucking.
yeah, you could see the upsetness on Papa J's face. Another subscription service needed.
Well, how many ones are they going to, as an outsider, and I consider myself an outsider because I'm not when I say I'm not diehard, I don't watch this every Monday. I don't watch it every Friday, and I definitely don't watch every pay-per-view. Now, it's so confusing right now because Netflix is hosting which wrestling.
And Monday Night Raw and everything else worldwide.
Okay, so what
But
network?
only in America.
What-
Monday Night
hold
Raw
on,
and SmackDown.
Okay, so now SmackDown too.
It's
Monday-
coming to Netflix.
Okay, hold on. So right now, at this point in current time, you have Netflix doing Monday Night Raw. Who's doing SmackDown right now?
USA Network.
Right now it's on cable, regular cable.
Okay. Now, if you want to watch a pay-per-view, where you got to go?
Peacock.
What the fuck are we talking about? I've just listed 3 of the shows that are major, and they're all on different networks.
Right.
Weren't they all at one point on TNA, TNT?
No,
Fucking wasn't every single UPN 9? What the fuck?
At one point, they were all on cable TV, and you bought the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was fucking
Then
dope.
they come out with the network,
Yes,
which was $9.99.
something.
I remember starting that chant in the arena, $9.99.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was $9.99, and so wow, that's a big break off the pay-per-views. And on top of that, you got the entire back catalog of everything they'd ever televised,
Yeah, which was awesome.
available to you, and that's awesome.
Now you have to pay 3 different memberships, 3 different streaming
It'll
services
soon be
to
2 because Peacock's going to lose all their shit in January.
get all of it. Right now, at
Right.
this point in time, you have to pay for 3.
Right.
You have to pay for 3, and now they're going to put ESPN on.
So the price, well,
Fuck
technically
it. Who
4.
watches it? Papa J, have you watched anything on ESPN?
No, I hate it. I hate sports. I don't like
Bulk,
sports.
have you watched
ball
anything
games.
on ESPN?
Occasionally watch the Ocho.
The Ocho Cinco? Okay.
No. The ESPN, the Ocho. It the joke started in dodgeball.
Yeah,
And-
the Ocho.
Yeah, and ESPN latched onto it, and once a year they do like stupid, shitty, like
Reenactments
racism.
of okay.
No, they'll the inflatable T-Rex
Yeah.
costumes.
Uh-huh.
They'll go to a derby track and put a bunch of people in the horse things, open the gates, and it's just a bunch of people sprinting while wearing these T-Rex costumes.
The next question I have is how is this beneficial to not WWE but their fans as well? Not only WWE. How is this at all beneficial besides WWE making a shitload of money because we're retards and we're gonna fucking buy it?
It's not beneficial to the existing fans at all. What it does do is it opens up exposure to WWE by leaps and bounds. WWE will now be covered on Sports Center and all that other shit,
It already is.
and they're going to be covered in areas where they haven't seen coverage.
But without even being on the network, I have seen interviews of WWE and heard of topics and segments coming from ESPN.
Yeah, but not regularly. It's happened. Now it's going to be a regular thing. It's going to be
So
in
they're
front
trying-
of the faces of all these sports fans.
The real sports, by the way, real
Right.
sports.
Right.
They think they're going to be a real sports. They've come out and said, "Hey, listen, we understand that the high flying moves are real and all that shit, but the stories are fake, bro. Stories are fake. What are we doing?
Right.
What the fuck are we doing? We're trying to combine reality with
Make believe.
make believe."
Bulk, do I get the feeling you approve of this switch? All right.
I don't.
Because it's another service you gotta sign up for.
If it goes anywhere, it should have just gone to Netflix. We need to isolate word it. Because it
was great on Netflix.
It's the first world problems. It is unfair that as an American consumer, I have to pay for a cable subscription, Peacock, and Netflix.
But guess what you're doing?
I don't.
Guess what you're doing?
I don't have cable. I don't
You're
have
doing
Netflix.
2 of the 3.
I don't have Netflix. I catch up on Raw through the highlights on YouTube. Okay, I don't have Netflix. I've got Peacock.
Okay, you don't pay for it, but do you mooch off of somebody's subscription?
No.
Because I mooch off your Peacock. I'll say it right now.
I have Peacock. I
I'll
know.
mooch
I
off
see
your-
the continue watching.
I did. I try not to fuck with yours, so I got my own profile.
But yeah, I only pay for
That you pay
Peacock.
for.
That's it.
I got.
If you need Netflix, let me know. Okay.
I have Netflix through my cell phone provider.
Okay.
And I subscribe to Peacock.
Yeah.
I don't have cable service. I watch SmackDown. Through TikToks.
Yeah.
I watch other people reacting to things that happen on SmackDown because I'm not paying the $100 for YouTube TV, Hulu Live. No, fuck that. I'm not gonna pay that.
Well, I go to the WWE sites on YouTube.
The great thing about the NFL is if I want to watch the NFL games, I just got to buy one subscription. That's called YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a real sport. My bad.
Yeah. No.
Wrong topic.
It's not a real sport. It's a shit sport.
Yeah. I mean, I'm debating on getting.
You get hit
Red
so
Zone.
hard the shit's knocked out of you. You're right.
I was debating about getting Red Zone because football season is starting right now.
Hey, give me your. I'll give you my info.
But you know, we got here like another quick 5 minutes before the end of our lovely show.
Right.
What do you mean?
Jay,
You still got SummerSlam, bro.
yeah, but we still need to eat lunch before the main show.
Oh, he's excited about food.
Yeah, I know. I keep looking at these damn pumpkin spice Twinkies, fucking staring back at me, like a damn forlorn lover.
Right.
So Papa J, I just need to ask, what was your highlight from SummerSlam weekend?
I gotta go pee pee.
Okay.
SummerSlam weekend. My highlight is it saved the otherwise pretty lame match. Brock Lesnar coming back. Fucking A, that was the highlight of the weekend. Was Brock coming back? Why can't Cena win as a babyface? What the fuck? It's been 7 years since Cena won a televised match as a babyface. And not only that, but he was a foot and a half away from hitting Cody in the face with that goddamn railing. That was the most sloppy. Cena's gotten so sloppy over the last 5-6 years. God damn.
You can't wrestle. But then counter yours, because that is the night 2 highlight.
Right.
My highlight's from night 1. I am a fan of Seth Rollins.
Right.
I love Seth Rollins and the ruse of the century. Everybody thinking Seth Rollins blew out his...
That was a night 2.
That was night 2.
That was night 2.
No, that was night 1. That was Gunther versus CM Punk. That was the main event of night 1.
You're right.
Yeah, that was the main event of night 1. And everybody thinking... Like, I thought he came out, and I was like, oh, man, he's going to taunt him. Like, I'm coming for you, Punk. Like,
right.
As soon as my knee's healed, I'm gonna get that. And then he drops the crutches.
But does the Christ pose and throws the crutches aside.
And then just comes... And the... Seeing the picture that's going around... I'll see if I can find it when we go off air. Of CM Punk's face when he heard Seth Rollins' music. The
disappointment
depression.
And exhaustion on his face. He sold it so well.
And that match was a slobber knocker, in my opinion. CM Punk went in with white skin, came out with a blood tan.
Right.
And Gunther put him through the paces. It was a fantastic match.
Great match.
Gunther was written off for a bit. He is out, quote unquote, indefinitely.
Interesting.
They said he had an orbital fracture when he fell through the Spanish announce table.
All right.
So he is out indefinitely at the moment.
That I don't think that was a true injury, man.
No, it is a blade. He bladed himself.
Yeah, he went under the table to cut himself.
Yeah. But Gunther's been carrying. It's time for a little vacation. They can't have so many superstars all at once, and all the stories get muddled. Because I believe also they just written off Roman Reigns for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he is supposed to go film a movie, as well as a certain WWE Universal Champion is supposed to go film a movie right now as well. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns will actually be in the up-and-coming Street Fighter movie.
Interesting.
Where Roman Reigns will be Akuma.
All right.
The dark Hado Master. And Cody Rhodes will be playing Guile. The American soldier.
Right. All right.
People are just like, I can't see that movie. It's gonna be such trash. I'm like, the first one is trash, and it is the best trash. I'm gonna eat that trash.
It's a good trash.
It is fantastic trash.
Right.
Raul Julia, rest in peace, made that fucking movie.
Right. Right.
That scene still lives with me of Ming Na Wen as Chung Li just be like, you destroyed my village, you killed my father, and then he just hands her a glass of wine and he's just like, for you, the day Bison graced your village was the greatest day of was the most impactful day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. And I'm just like, damn, that is the coldest shit. And if you don't know who Raul Julia is, he's Gomez Adams in the old Adams Family movies. But he also did a lot of great movies. But Papa J, do you got anything you want to end on? Any notes, highlights?
That they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No, it's nice to see Charlotte Flair coming back into her own. She needed, I think, a lighter gimmick.
Yeah.
Like she has with Alexa Bliss.
She got a "You Deserve It"
to kind of get her back where she needs to be.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't been right since she come back.
Oh, and speaking of promos and everybody being there, Becky Lynch destroyed Nikki Bella.
I saw that.
I was just like, oh. You gonna talk about me and my hot husband? We're the biggest power couple in WWE. And, back then I would have been you and your ex-husband who you can't see anymore. I was just like, fuck.
Damn.
And I'm like, that's how you use an ex-husband promo,
Right.
Tiffany and Charlotte.
Right.
But, well, that has been episode 11 of the NSFW show. This is Bulk Lesnar, Papa J, and it was Z-Money, but Z-Money's got to drain the main vein.
Right.
This is just a reminder, like, subscribe, drop down in the description. Go ahead and join us on Discord. You can find the Big Lip Radio Discord down in the description. We have the NSFW chat. Everybody on NSFW is also on Big Lip Radio. This is the internet's most family-friendly NSFW podcast. Nerd stuff and freaking wrestling. Y'all have a great night. Peace.